So apparently Trump accepted the Republican nomination for President of the United States of America. Let's get into it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Wow. And thank you, Dana. Thank you, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob. And thank you, Lee, right from the beginning. Thank you very much. What a talent. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. Reading that shortly.
Delegates and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. And freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
Yo, my man over here on the left was extremely dramatic. Hold on.
Thank you.
And my man that say fire Joe Biden, he looked like he was about to cry. Is this a Taylor Swift concert or is this a Republican National Convention? Dog. Look at these two gentlemen right here. Listen, I am absolutely 100%. I 100% believe that Trump is the best person to be president of the United States of America. However, these dudes are extra dramatic. I'm not crying. I'm not crying over who is going to be president of the United States of America. These oh, dog. This is a little bit much right here. Jesus Christ. Come on, big dog. Hey, somebody find out who this man is in the tan suit over here.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to Trump. Killing the game right now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no. Is he really crying in real life? Okay. All right. Listen. I done seen it all. I have seen it all. I have never seen grown men cry over any, not like that. Not without it's a kid being born or it's a death in the family or, you know, their father gave them some acknowledgement that they never thought that they knew. And the father finally told them, I love you, son. You did a good job. Oh, my God. I've always wanted just to hear I've been living my life for your approval. I've never seen grown men cry like this.
Thank you very much.
Oh, dog. Listen. Oh, big dog. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You're right. People did cry for Obama, Christopher. You are 100% right. And I was like, what is wrong with these people when I seen them crying for Obama also? Let me tell you something. I was so broke in 2008. My daughter was born. I was broke as piss. I had to move back in my mama's basement. I had hope. The hope thing, I should have cried for Obama because I didn't know what. I just knew that we needed to get Bush out of there under all circumstances. There's no way that we're going to keep Bush. I've never seen nothing like this in my entire life. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Wow. Oh, no, dog. No, I ain't crying over no another grown man unless it's somebody that passed away. I can't do it. I can't. Not on national TV with cameras around too. No, you got to keep that to yourself, bro.
Much. And we will do it right. We're going to do it right. Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt.
Somebody said, will you be covering Obama calling for Biden to step down? I got a whole show that I'm releasing today about that.
At my rally on Saturday. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life. So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. It was a warm, beautiful day in the early evening in Butler Township in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Music was loudly playing, and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage, and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it. Behind me and to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. In order to see the chart, I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me.
So I'm wondering how people think that this is fake. Do people still think that it's fake? Does the Amanda Seals of the world and the D.L. Hugleys of the world and the Plies of the world and all of the people that we shouldn't be listening to, do they all still think that this is fake? Do they think that he planned to get hit just slightly on his ear in order to... Man, I'm telling you, bro, like, I honestly believe that he's just meant to lead the country for the next 4 years. I just believe that. In my heart, I believe that he's meant to lead the country.
Really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place.
This dude is...
I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack. And in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage. At great risk, I will tell you, and pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. The thing is that prior to the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. We would not be together. The most incredible aspect of what took place on that terrible evening in the fading sun was actually seen later. In almost all cases, as you probably know.
Yeah, that's real fake, y'all.
A single bullet is fired, just a single bullet. And we had many bullets that were being fired. Crowds run for the exits or stampede, but not in this case. It's very unusual. This massive crowd of tens of thousands of people stood by and didn't move an inch. In fact, many of them bravely but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper. and then began pointing at him. You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group compared to what was in front. Nobody ran, and by not stampeding, many lives were saved. But that isn't the reason that they didn't move. The reason is that they knew I was in very serious trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down. They saw the blood and thought, actually most did, that I was dead. They knew it was a shot to the head. They saw the blood. And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body.
That's true.
For whatever
Rita
reason,
told me
the
that.
doctors told me that. And I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but this beautiful crowd, they didn't want to leave me. They knew I was in trouble. They didn't want to leave me. And you can see that love written all over their faces. People. Bullets were flying over us, yet I felt serene. But now the Secret Service agents were putting themselves in peril. They were in very dangerous territory. Bullets were flying right over them, missing them by a very small amount of inches. And then it all stopped. Our Secret Service sniper, from a much greater distance and with only one bullet used, took the assassin's life, took him out. I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But I'm not. And I'll tell you, I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God.
Talk to them. They didn't want to hear that part. They didn't want to hear that part.
In watching the reports over the last few days, many people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. When I rose surrounded by Secret Service, the crowd was confused because they thought I was dead, and there was great, great sorrow. I could see that on their faces as I looked out. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over. But I could see it. I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, "Fight, fight, fight."
I'm telling y'all that y'all are literally, I don't know if y'all really taking this moment in. Seriously. 2024 and the series of events that happened in July, from January all the way through July, the series of events that has happened in this country and in history is going to go down, and it's going to be talked about hundreds of years from now. When y'all are old, 30 and 40 years from now, and I eventually retired from doing the Millionaire Morning Show because I just can't do it no more. And I was tired, boss, and I passed the baton of this huge company and this huge conglomerate and this media company that we built from scratch. And we could say that we was here and we built it from the very beginning. From the very beginning, that the channel eventually transitioned from after hours to the Millionaire Morning Show and to the afternoon and then back to the morning. And then we continue to build these huge platforms. And then we have millions and millions of bag chasers. And you guys are going to be some of the first ones of this great thing that we're building, right? And we sitting all around and we do a bag chaser meetup, and all of us is old and we got diapers on. And we're going to be talking about the time in 2024 where we was witnessing it. And we didn't really take into consideration how significant the moment would be at the time. But I'm trying to tell you that he has basically cemented his place in history among the greats simply from his winning the presidency and not being expected to in the first place, losing the presidency, and then there being conspiracies thought to be placed against him as far as election interference, as far as them trying to prevent him from being president of the United States of America, and then coming back and not only winning, but winning by a landslide while trying to be assassinated at the first. This is going to be taught in history books. I'm telling you, it's going to be taught in history books. You are living history. Us reporting on it is historical. Regardless of whether you like them or you don't like them, It's going to be taught in history books. He's going to be looked at as a legend. He's going to be looked at amongst the greats, amongst the George Washingtons and Abraham Lincolns and the FDRs and all that. The Kennedys. He is going to be looked at amongst those people. It's very few people, very few presidents are going to be more famous than him. He is more famous by a landslide, and I never thought that I would see this in my lifetime, than Obama, when black people just couldn't wait to get a person of diversity, equity, and inclusion into the White House. It's crazy. He will absolutely be regarded as one of the greatest presidents of our lifetime.
Thank you. Once my clenched fist went up, and it was high
That picture,
into the air. You've all
that
seen
picture is crazy.
The crowd realized
Whoever
I was
took
okay
that picture
and roared with pride for our country like no crowd I have ever heard before. Never heard anything like it. For the rest of my life, I will be grateful for the love shown by that giant audience of patriots that stood bravely on that fateful evening in Pennsylvania. Tragically, the shooter claimed the life of one of our fellow Americans, Corey, comparator, unbelievable person, everybody tells me. Unbelievable. And seriously wounded two other great warriors.
And it's crazy to be living through it, too.
David Dutch and James Copenhaver.
Because we only get to see a lot of the historical moments. We never think about what history is going to be.
All three families of these tremendous people came for a great rally. They were serious Trumpsters, I want to tell you. They were serious Trumpsters and still are. Respected former fire chief, respected by everybody. Was accompanied by his wife, Helen, incredible woman. I spoke to her today, devastated. And two precious daughters. He lost his life self. What a fine man he was.
Wow, this dude is playing to his constituents and his supporters. They should have never, ever even let him run for president in the first place if they didn't want to lose 10 times over. He single-handedly, I mean, they had some hand in their own demise. He single-handedly destroyed the Democratic Party. They are in absolute shambles. They can't even get Cardi B to endorse him anymore. He single-handedly destroyed, shout out to the people on PayPal, I appreciate you, I'm going to read that shortly, single-handedly destroyed this Democratic Party. Man, in shambles. I'm not sure that Democrats can even compete for getting into the White House ever again for the next 12 years, maybe. That's crazy. Dismantled the entire party, created his own movement, sold a bunch of hats. His shoes is probably going to sell out. If anybody got any of the shoes, StockX is probably on 10. Jesus Christ.
I want to thank the fire department and the family for sending his helmet, his outfit, and it was just something, and they're going to do something very special when they get it. But we did something which cannot match what happened, not even close. But I am very proud to say that over the past few days, we've raised $6.3 million for the families of David, James, and Corey, including from a friend of mine, just called up. He sent me a check right here. I just got it. $1 million. From Dan Newland. Thank you, Dan. And again, when speaking to the family, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be sending you a lot of money, but it can't compensate. They all said the same thing. You're right, sir. We appreciate so much what you're doing, but nothing can take the place in the case of Corey. And the other two, by the way, they were very, very seriously injured, but now they're doing very well. They're going to be okay.
This dude is, somebody said it in the chat. They said he in God mode. He is definitely in God mode.
They're warriors. So now I ask that we observe a moment of silence in honor of our friend Corey.
Look at that. The Democratic National Convention should just cancel itself next month. The Democratic National Convention should just cancel their whole convention next month. And of all places, they have it in the sanctuary city of Chicago. Jesus Christ. You cannot script this any better. If you're talking about a complete implosion and an explosion on the Republican side, it is a phenomenal day to be a conservative. It is a phenomenal day to be a conservative. A lot of y'all picked the wrong side. A lot of y'all picked the wrong side. I don't blame you. I picked the wrong side in previous elections too. Not the past election, but the previous elections when we elected Bush and we elected Obama and all of that. Actually, I didn't vote for Bush. I'm going to be honest with you. But y'all picked the wrong side. This is a tough day for anybody that's liberal, for anybody that like to wear rainbows and then change and pervert what God had said and ordained to be a covenant between man and God, that he would never flood the earth again in order to destroy it completely. This is a horrible day for you. A horrible day for you. I can't believe you still standing on the fence. You ain't even got to admit that you was on that side. Just rebrand yourself like a woman that used to get ran down inside of the streets. Just rebrand yourself. Yeah, she used to bust it down for a real one, but now she's a wholesome woman. Amber Rose did it. Let me give a round of applause for Amber Rose. Amber Rose did it. Amber Rose has completely rebranded herself, and now she's on the winning side, and people are giving her props and opportunities and saying that she got a future in politics and all of this stuff. Man, listen, you are on the wrong side of history. I'm telling you, you've been on the wrong side. You still trying to hold on to diversity, equity, inclusion. It's dead. It's gone. You still following Amanda Seals and D.L. Hughley? You off. You still rolling with Umar Johnson? God bless you. But if you don't think that it's a new day that's coming and history is now rewriting itself every single day, you are so off. You are so gone, big dog.
Life for others. This is the spirit that forged America in her darkest hours, and this is the love that will lead America back to the summit of human achievement and greatness. This is what we need. Despite such a heinous attack, we unite this evening more determined than ever. I am more determined than ever, and so are you. So is everybody in this room. Thank you very much. Our resolve is unbroken and our purpose is unchanged to deliver a government that serves the American people better than ever before. Nothing will stop me in this mission because our vision is righteous and our cause is pure. No matter what obstacle comes our way, we will not break, we will not bend, we will not back down, and I will never stop fighting for you, your family, and our magnificent country. Never.
It's over. It's over. We ain't even got to get into this. We don't even have to look at the whole speech or none of that. It's over. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. It's over. Can you imagine Biden even being able to give a speech after that, after he just kissed the firefighter's helmet and showed a check of people donating to the cause and him getting grazed in the head with or his ear with a bullet and all of that? It's over. It's been over. Black men ain't even listening to their wives no more. Their wives are saying, "Oh, honey, we still got to stay Democrat." Black men like, "Nah, baby, listen. I done been a simp for you my whole life, but not right now. Not right now. No longer am I going to simp for you." They not doing it. They not doing it. They going their own way and they say either you with me or you against me. I'm telling you, it's over. It's been over.